What is up, everybody? Renfail here, and it is time for my initial review of Borderlands 4 now that I have crossed that 20-hour threshold. This is the second of the three-part review series that I do for every given game, starting with the early thoughts video, which we already did after the first stream, followed up by the initial review around 20 to 25 hours of gameplay. That's this one, and then we will finalize things with a final review after I finish the game. And if I do more than 50 hours of gameplay, I generally do an additional thoughts video around that mark as well, so we'll just see where we get with that game. I'm anticipating this is going to be more than 50 hours based on what a lot of people in my commentary, in the chat and stuff, and in the videos have been telling me in terms of what they got out of the game. It's a big game. There's lots to see and do. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm also not necessarily doing a completionist version, but I'm having a lot of fun, and that is a good sign that I'm going to get a pretty big playthrough of this game. So, like any big looter shooter game, a lot of the fun factor comes from not just the gameplay loop, but also the story, the dialogue, guns, gameplay, so on and so forth. And as far as looter shooters go, this has a lot in common with most other looter shooters. You've got great gun selection. The gameplay is super fun and fast. I think probably one of my favorite things about this game is the music. Like, obviously the dialogue for Borderlands has always been snappy, quirky, fun, sometimes dirty humor, toilet humor. I love it. It's great. There have been some really great moments in between characters. But I think the music is probably the thing that has really struck home to me with this particular title. Just like a lot of the combat music has just been so much fun. I've caught myself in stream just like jamming out and bouncing along to the tunes. It's just been a lot of fun to listen to as we've been going through. I think that, like this morning I actually had to stop and kind of force myself to do the main quest because the side quests are so fun and there's so many of them. And like we were finishing up some quests this morning, and I was kind of opening up the map and going, oh no, there's more side quests that have unlocked, and there's more like blue exclamation points that are popping up around the map, which means there's more things. There's one over here I gotta go find as well. And these are the side missions that you're gonna find, which I already have a few in my journal. We have Power Drop and Promoto, the vault question. We also have Free for Tasking, which is one of the ones we're currently working on. And of course, we have the two main quests, Shadow of the Mountain and Wrath of the Ripper Queen. We wrapped up the first one this morning, which was killing off the main boss who was at the first. What was his name? I'm looking at my notes. Idolater Soul. That boss fight happened today during the stream. It was quite challenging. That video is going to get its own YouTube cutout, so you guys can watch that fight later on. Speaking of boss fights, we were talking about that during the stream this morning. Like, the boss fights in this game have been incredibly well thought out, and they all have their own unique mechanics. I haven't really seen anything repeated so far. Even like the world bosses kind of all have their own thing going on. And then like clearing out some of the drill mines, those have been very different as well. There's been a lot of variety with the boss mobs, and I think that that's been a lot of fun because it means that you're never sort of going in and having the exact same experience when you're fighting these mobs. So lots going on there. I've actually, even on easy mode, I have found myself sufficiently challenged with some of the boss fights that, as an example, the vault, this one right here, the Fade Fields, I have not been able to beat that boss yet. I've gone in and tried multiple times, haven't been able to do it yet. That is a side quest, not a main quest. I'm not, overly concerned with it at the moment, but just to put it into perspective, like even on easy mode difficulty, these boss fights have some pretty interesting mechanics which you have to do in order to beat the fights, otherwise you just can't do them. So trying to figure out the mechanics to that as I've gone through. I understand some of them, but not all of them. We'll keep going back and trying it periodically. It's a big map. Like I said, I'm 25-ish hours into the game, I think, around this point. 24, I think, somewhere around there. And I've only, as you can see, I've only done that bottom quarter of the map. That's not a third. That's about the bottom quarter of the map. So there's a lot going on in terms of how big this game and what there is to do. So if I can expect, 20, 25 hours out of the first 25% of the map, I mean, we're looking at probably, 60 to 80 hour playthrough minimum if I continue at the same pace as I've been going, which the pace I've been going at is I log on to play the game for 3 or 4 hours and I usually do side quests and side missions for like 2-3 hours, and then I go work on main missions for like an hour, hour and a half. Usually at least a third, more like half, probably half. Like a half of my stream sessions have just been me running around the map and doing side missions, and they are really really good. Like the first hour and 20 minutes of the stream today was, without spoiling anything, you meet a group of vault. Well, they're like it's just a team of guys who need to break into a facility and get a safe out, and you agree to help them. And that was like an hour and 20 minutes of just going through their storyline, and helping them out. And then I did the main mission to take out the idolater, and then since then there's been a bunch of post side missions to help Rush and the Outlanders or Outbounders, I forget what they're called, I think it's Outbounders, to start to put together their ship so they can get off the planet. So there's been a whole bunch of like side quests that I've been doing with them that haven't stopped yet. It's just been one quest after another after another after another to sort of help them out and see where we can go in terms of repairing this ship. So like honestly, the side missions feel like main missions. They're that well done. I think the only difference that I've seen between the side missions and the main missions is that the main missions tend to have cutscenes and the side missions do not. But you still get the same great voiceovers and performances from all the team members. So it's been, genuinely speaking, just a really, really, really good time. I am reasonably satisfied with loot. I'm always on the lookout for more. There is a little bit of micromanagement that's kind of necessary, which, like with any long-term game where I play for more than 20 hours, that sort of micromanagement and the combat, those will start to get stale after 25 to 30 hours. I'm starting to get to that point right now, but I could say the same thing for Destiny 2, God of War, Halo, Infinite. Like any game that I'm going to play that has an action combat system, that gameplay loop is going to get a little kind of old after you're doing it for 25 to 30 hours. And there's a lot of micromanagement that goes on with the weapons, because as you're leveling up, you constantly have to be worried about the types of elemental damage you're doing versus what the enemies are resistant against, and then pairing up your different enhancements. I finally unlocked these are what, class mods, so I'm using those now. So there's a lot going on with gear, and for those of you who love the micromanagement of gear and everything else, that's cool. I'm really looking forward to when I get sort of a little deeper into the game, because I'm only like what, level 23, 22. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Yeah, right, 22? That's what level I'm points invested 20. I'm level 23 right now, sorry. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the game feels like around level 30. The one thing I can say that I do appreciate is the leveling speed is slow enough that I haven't felt like I've needed to throw away weapons very frequently. I've been able to hold on to weapons for, a couple of levels and, a few hours of gameplay, as opposed to some games where you might be changing weapons every 20 minutes. I definitely feel like there's a lot of variety to be had, and also just when you're matching things up, like, and figuring out what you want to use, there's a lot going on there. I do love the face familiar spec with Vex. I put out a low-level build guide the other day because I am having a lot of fun with this build. I think it's great for solo play. Other people, swear by like the incarnate build. There's some glitches that you can use for like tons of damage. I don't really care about damage. I just want to have fun, and I really love Trouble. Trouble is freaking awesome, and the fact that you can pet Trouble and he will sometimes roll over and do tricks is just too damn cute. Here's your good boy.
Ready to start some trouble together?
Yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah. Who's a good boy, Trouble? Just a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead and give yourself a bath. Rawr, rawr. As a cat dad, I find Trouble to be incredibly cute. And just a stretch. Oh, that's right. Get your stretches out. I just love, like, he does all these different things when you pet him. They're kind of random. Sometimes he'll throw himself around on the ground. I like Trouble a lot. And I do love the fact that Trouble changes based on the elements of the weapons you're using. So the damage that he does and the things that he does vary as well. It's a lot of fun. There he goes with the roll. Um, yeah, I mean, as far as looter shooters go, I'm having a great time with this, and I didn't know kind of going into it how much fun I was going to have. Because, not all looter shooters are things that keep me captivated for many, many, many hours. And this game has not disappointed. I'm having a great time. It's a big map. I love the quests. I love the dialogue. I love the music. Everything's fun. And I think that's the most important thing. It's fun to me. I'm having a great time. I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop them down in the comments below. There will be lots more Borderlands 4 coming from here. So make sure to check out the streams, which happen every single day on YouTube and Twitch, and all the guides and other videos that are down in that playlist below. I'll see everybody in the next one.